Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to class. Hello to those I've spoken to already, but I'm listening, but it's still very recent. Okay, I was just reading the chat box at the same time. Maybe I shouldn't multitask. Okay, so in this class we're going to read a text entitled. It was an article, "How Russia's Creative Revolution is Changing the Cultural Landscape." We're going to talk about creativity. Maybe creativity in your cities, and especially in Russia, according to this article. People are getting very creative. People are, there's some kind of interesting atmosphere going on. Yeah, so we'll talk about this and see about how it is in your countries and stuff. Okay, Mira likes the topic. Good. Hopefully you can join us. Gustavo is here. Hi, Gustavo. Welcome. Okay, from Argentina. Cool. And Man is back. Okay, so Gustavo, your name is Martin as well. This could get very confusing. And Man says, I like you, Martin. I like you too, man. I like you too. You're more than welcome to join. And Carlos is here. In the meantime, I am going to send you this article so that you can all refer to it and you all know what we're talking about, what the hell is going on. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So we're going to read this. We're going to discuss it. Those who haven't added me on Facebook, make sure you add me, okay? That's a warning. Add me on Facebook. I can't be strict. Okay, so my Facebook name for those who are wanting it is Martin Stoner Verbling, and I do reply. Maybe I'm a bit slow. Yeah, maybe I'm a bit slow, but I reply. Yeah, and it's a good way of telling me your ideas, your suggestions, and asking questions. Yeah, if you've read something somewhere that you don't understand, I'll try to help you explain it. Okay, and things like this. Carlos, are you Gustavo too? Wow. Okay, everyone's got the same name. Our parents are not very creative, right? Okay, maybe we need some inspiration from the Russians. Okay, let's have a look at this article when you can join in. No one's joining me, okay? It's just me, okay? I will read about Russia's creativity then in that case. Wow, it's an interesting first picture, I think, yeah? I don't know, we've discussed about this because this seems to be like some kind of food group, yeah? Like a supper club. That's cool. Okay, someone messaged me on Facebook. I don't know if it was one of you, yeah? So I just noticed it. One of you. Okay, we have already Man in the chat. We have Carlos in the chat. Man, can you hear us? And we have Hazel. Man, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, we'll wait. Okay, in the meantime we have Carlos. Now I can hear you, Man. Man, go for it.
Do you want me to introduce myself?
Yes, please, Man. Go for it.
Hello, my name is Man. I'm from Saudi. I'm 22 years old. What?
Man needs no introduction, yeah? So this is Man. That's all we need to know. This is Man. The Man. Carlos, how are you?
Hi, teacher.
Good.
How are you?
We spoke yesterday, I think, right?
Yes.
About the empire and stuff like that, yeah? So that was interesting. Okay,
yes.
Good to speak with you again, Carlos.
Oh, thank you. I like too much your class because I like history and I'm very interested in learning more history.
Okay, no worries. So you'd like more kind of history classes. Guys, stop it, yeah? Stop it. Okay, Hazel, do you like me as well?
I didn't heard until now because
say no. I don't like you. Hazel, well, I don't like you too. So that's it. Okay, let's go on. No, Hazel.
Why don't you like me, Martin?
No, it's okay. Yeah, we're the Verbling community. We all love each other. Yes, we all love each other. Hazel, we love you. Welcome to class.
Oh,
it's
thank you.
It's good to love each other.
Thank you, Martin.
Hazel,
good to be here.
Feel the love, or are you creeped out right now?
Sorry?
Can you feel the love, or are you creeped out right now?
In this classroom, always. In this class, always.
feel the love. Okay, good. Glad you're loyal. Okay, how creative are you as well? Carlos, how creative are you?
I creative when I writing.
Yeah.
I write some crazy things. I think that. But when I was younger, I used to do things with my own hands. With I don't know how to say it. Is plastilina?
Plasticine, yeah, plasticine.
Yes, I
I can't spell
I
that.
used to do these things, and also I used to do things with paper, figures with paper, origami
Yeah,
things.
origami and things like that.
Yes,
So you are
origami.
quite creative. As a child, you were quite creative. Now you're surging this creativity to more when you write, yeah? So you're focusing it more when you write.
You know what I used to do when I was like younger?
Yeah.
I used to tell horoscope story.
Okay. Tell us a horror. By the way, Carlos, do you ever write in English?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
I write in English and try to use new words
Yeah.
that I learn, and try to put in a context in this word, and try to make an story, and try the story is the most crazy because that way I
Abstract,
can
you say.
remember.
Abstract.
Yes, I can remember very well.
Good words. Okay, we
And
should do a thing, yeah? So a competition. Who's the most creative writer on Facebook, okay? So add me if you can. But man, tell us a horror story in English, really, really quickly.
To be honest, I used to
I'm
tell.
testing your creativity. Can you do it on the spot? Can you tell us a horror story really, really quickly?
Like I used to talk about ghosts and how many ghosts we have in our
Go for it.
house.
Go for it.
Yeah, and I used to talk to someone who's younger than me, so he was afraid and he couldn't sleep for days.
Yeah, okay. I had a friend like you, yeah, so he would freak me out all the time, yeah. So that's not nice, man. You shouldn't do this. But Hazel, are you creative?
No, unfortunately, I'm not. This was always my problem. I never wrote a nice essay or something like that.
Okay, but did you tell horror stories like man, or were you the victim of something?
No, I read a lot, but I don't tell horror stories, and I don't read horror stories in general.
Okay, in general, because they creep you out. So, man,
Yes.
think of one and tell us later, okay? Think of a really short one to creep us out at the end. Igor, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How about you?
Cool, not too bad. How creative are you, Igor?
I'm not creative at all.
Okay, we all need to go to Moscow by the sounds of it, yeah? So, apart from Man and apart from Carlos, we all need to go to Moscow because apparently there's some kind of creative revolution happening in Russia, which we're going to talk about. We're going to read and see if it could be true and what it's like in our countries, how creative we are. Yeah. So I've attached the link onto Verbaling chat, and I'll share my screen as well. Okay. First question, Igor. Okay, you speak Russian, so I guess you're close to Russian culture. Yeah, so you understand things. Are Russians
Yes, I do.
naturally creative?
Depends, I think, on each person. They're creative, of course, but depends on each person.
Okay, yeah. So let's have a read. Okay, so let's go from the beginning. Who would like to read first? I think Man needs to go to South America.
I
Yeah, so
can read
Man
it.
seems to be interested in going to South America.
If no one wants, I'll read it.
Hazel can read. Yes, please.
How Russia's creative revolution is changing the cultural landscape. Moscow, St. Petersburg, and cities across Russia are enjoying a creative boom that features design hubs, hotels, cafes, and bars. 2 decades after the fall of communism, Russia remains a mystery to many foreigners, and from a distance, the country's most visible aspects, showy oligarchs and an overbearing political system, hardly seem alluring.
Okay, quickly, let's go over some words. Yeah, so did you guys understand? So the cities in Russia are enjoying a creative boom. So lots of new hotels, cafes, bars, and things like this. Maybe unique things are being developed there, and it's growing. Yeah, so that's a boom. You know what a boom is?
Flourishing,
Yes.
developing.
What is cultural landscape?
So a landscape is Hazel. Could you explain what a landscape is?
A landscape is something nice we see, for example, nice scenery, or a landscape is my picture in this Google Hangout, for instance.
Yeah. So your landscape is what you see. The cultural landscape is what you see about the culture. Yeah. So the cultural landscape before maybe the culture was different from now. Yes. The culture is changing in terms of what people like to do in their leisure time, what entertainment they use, and things that they like to do. That's the whole cultural landscape. What people do, yeah, with culture and stuff. Yeah, so it's getting more creative. Carlos, did you understand everything?
Yes.
Man, yeah, that was a good point. Yeah, so there's room for everyone, everyone in the world to come and join my class. Okay, so all press the green join now button. Don't be shy. Okay, I've already eaten lunch. I don't fancy eating random people, but you're welcome to join. Okay, so in fact I didn't eat much meat, so maybe. Okay, Carlos, yeah, you understood? Man, did you understand?
Some of it.
Okay, we'll discuss it in a minute.
What is hubs?
Hubs, like the main point. So, for example, Heathrow is like the main hub for transport to the UK. Yes, it's the main centre. A hub is like a centre.
Center of
London
what?
is the hub.
Of anything.
Anything. So London is the hub of the UK. Basically, it's the centre of the UK. That's where all the things. That's where the main part of
Okay.
UK is. Yeah. So that's the hub. Okay. So in this context, design hubs. Yeah, places where design is made from. Yeah. So design is being created and stuff. Okay. So I think the rest of that was clear in that paragraph. But decades after the fall of communism, I guess you all know this word, yeah, communism. Russia remains a mystery.
Something unknown.
Something unknown. So something a bit different, yeah, something that you don't know much about, but maybe you're interested to find out more about. So to many foreigners, yeah. So it's true, yeah. So for me, Russia is a complete mystery, yeah. I don't know much about it. And it's interesting in that regard because it's different.
For me,
how
not.
I see it. For you, yeah, that's the thing. So for you, Igor, it's not a mystery.
You can
know
watch
about it.
TV, Russian TV all day, and Russian websites. Russia will not be for you something mystery.
Okay, so it's
No.
not a mystery. But
No.
somewhere like, again, Saudi Arabia is somewhere that is a mystery. Yeah,
Yes.
so you hear about Saudi Arabia, but the culture is completely different. It's something that you are
Yes.
interested to see, to experience. Yeah?
Yes, or Chinese or Japanese.
Yeah,
Yes.
somewhere like that. Yeah, so South America for me is a mystery. I don't know what it's like. It's basically somewhere that's not familiar to you, something that you can't even work out what life is like there, what people do, how people behave. Yeah, that's like a mystery. Okay, Igor said Russia is not a mystery to him
Why?
because he's quite close, like geographically and things like that. Yeah, so and you speak the language.
Yes.
Man, is Russia a mystery to you? Would you like to go to Russia one day?
Yes, sure. Why not?
Man, you're really open-minded, yes? You say yes to everything. You've never said no to anything. Man, would you like to go to Colombia? Yes. Would you like to... Yes. London? Yes. Okay. Wow, that's cool. Carlos, is Russia a mystery to you?
Yes.
Would you like to go there?
Yes. There is many. I think there is many interesting things in Russia, and also its architecture in the cities is wonderful.
Yeah, so these kind of, you see gold, pictures of gold, what is it, domes on buildings and things like that, yeah? And the white churches and stuff.
And art galleries in St. Petersburg.
Yeah. So
Very
let's-
nice art galleries.
Let's have a look at some pictures for a minute, yeah? So we're all quite curious. But Hazel, is Russia a mystery to you?
Partially, yes. We are close to Russia, but it is still a mystery for me. I never been to Russia, but I want to go sometimes to St. Petersburg. I would like to go.
So St. Petersburg's the like one of the main cultural areas, yeah. So
Yes.
theatre, the galleries and stuff. Okay, that's cool. Haneen, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm here.
Nice to meet you.
Just late. I don't understand what about this class. Okay, sorry.
No problem, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Would you like to just listen first, and then we'll ask you?
Yeah, I will follow.
No worries, just follow for a bit. We're talking about Russia. We're talking about there's a boom in creativity in Russia, and the cities are changing. Yeah, according to this article.
Okay.
But question, Haneen, is Russia a mystery to you? Do you know what a mystery is?
Mystery is like horrible something.
Not quite horrible, just different. You think, what is it like there? Yeah, you can't understand. You can't think because you haven't experienced it before. For me, for example, America is not a mystery. I think for everyone, America is not a mystery. We kind of understand it. We kind of we're aware we're influxed with lots of American culture. So maybe it's not a mystery to us, but somewhere maybe which we don't
Something
know.
weird, like weird something.
Not weird, but different. For example, Korea, North Korea is a mystery to us because we know nothing about it. Yeah, so it's like somewhere we don't know much about it, and you make some impressions about what it's like. For example, if you ever heard the story Aladdin, yeah. So
Yes.
like, the Arab countries are like a mystery, like a place with all
Ambiguous or hidden, something like this.
Enigma.
enigma, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I understand. Yes, it is. I
Okay,
don't.
would you like to go there?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Would you like to go there? Would you like to go to Russia?
Sure, because I like traveling so much. I like discovering places, and it's beyond my field because I'm architect, and you know that I'm interested in this field.
Okay,
To know
it's
some
the architecture.
places. Yeah.
So there you go. The Russian government maybe need to do more to attract us. Yeah, we all seem very interested to go. Yeah, but is anyone seriously thinking about going to Russia? As in, have got plans to in the future, or would actually go? Is it on your hit list? Is it one of the places that you'd really, really like to go, or are there
Yes.
other places before? So either it's on your hit list.
Yes, because it's near me and it's cheap to go there, and I do not need a visa. I go only with my passport.
So it's quite convenient, yeah? So for
Yes.
you, Carlos, would you ever seriously go to Russia?
Yes, I think this is one of my favorite countries to visit.
Cool, so it's on your hit list, yeah? You can say it's on my hit list. So
Yes.
it's on my hit list.
But I think all Europe has interesting things to know because Europe in general. Europe is very rich in cultural. It's culturally rich, and I think it's interesting know all Europe if you can.
Yeah, so to travel around, yeah? So for me, South America is a mystery, yeah? So for you, it's the other way around. But I've noticed, again, I'm going to advertise this company because I think it's really good. They're doing cheap flights now. I've noticed recently, I read it in the newspaper, from London to Moscow, and it's the first like cheap airline in Europe to go to Russia. So they're trying to offer cheap flights now, which I think it maybe cost from London to Moscow £95 return, yeah? So in dollars, I don't know how much that is, but maybe it's a lot cheaper than what it was, yeah. So £95 I've seen return. Do you understand pounds?
Yes, about $150 probably.
Yeah, $140, $150 I would say, yeah. So return from London. So it's quite. This is EasyJet, Peter.
Return means ticket one way and return, two ways ticket.
Two ways, yeah. So
And if
return.
I say only I want a return ticket, it implies that I want to return as well.
I'd like a return ticket. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can say your outward journey, your return journey. Your return journey can always also be the journey you take to come back. Yeah. So my outward journey, my return journey. But if you're buying a return ticket, it will be the two ways. Okay.
thank
So
you.
Gustavo says incredible place, St. Petersburg. Yeah. So Okay, in that case, that's cool. So, Hazel, were you thinking about going to Russia? Seriously?
My hit list is now London because last year I booked an apartment in London right near Hyde Park for 1 week, and I paid £1,000. But I
Wow.
could not only me, with three other friends.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
For 5 persons 1 week, it wasn't expensive too much because it
If you
was
divide
very
it.
central, very well, very good apartment. But I couldn't because of some personal reasons. So next year, my first hit list is London. I
Okay,
dream about it because I love to travel. Actually, I travel a lot throughout Europe, except London. I saved the best for the last.
well, I don't want to say that now, yeah? So let's hope you're going to get a bad experience. That's what's going to happen, yeah? Usually when you pick it up, it's like, oh, yeah, my dream. You go there, you're soaked because it's rainy, you know, maybe the underground doesn't work. Okay, well, I hope not everything works for you, okay?
Okay.
In the meantime, we have Dave Wilson. Davilson will come back. Just check your mic settings. But okay, right. Let's have a read of this and see what's going on then in Russia. Gustavo, anyone there? Yeah, I'm there. Are you there, Gustavo? That is the question. Okay, a mystery. So, and from a distance, the country's most visible aspect. What does that mean? The country's most visible aspect.
What we perceive from that country.
Yeah, but visible is what we see. Yeah, so what we see, what we hear about, is basically lots of oligarchs who like to show off their wealth, like and buy football clubs or buy things like that, and an overbearing political system, arguably. Yeah, so that's what, according to the article. What does overbearing mean?
Unbearable.
Maybe dominating. Yeah, so as in the power is really with the government and not so much the people. That's what overbearing means. Yeah, so overbearing is when someone has too much power, maybe.
Difficult to bear.
Yeah, overbearing. It is intimidating almost. Yeah, that's what it means, overbearing. But that's arguable. That's just according to the article. Okay, so overbearing political system hardly seem alluring. What does this mean?
Attractive, highly attractive, alluring, isn't it?
Yeah, so alluring, it doesn't attract you. You're not going to book your ticket straight away if you just think of these two things. Yeah, lots of showy oligarchs and the political system doesn't attract you there. They don't talk about the architecture. They don't talk about the actual history, the good sides of it. We just hear maybe these things, and this doesn't attract us. Yeah?
Alluring is highly attractive, but because we have hardly in front of, that's why it isn't attractive, isn't it?
Yes. So alluring, it allures me to go. Hardly seems alluring, as in it's not really alluring. Yeah, that's what it means. It's not really attractive for us.
Okay.
But look, here it's not correct written that most visible aspects. And he decides that only two show oligarchs and overbearing political system. I don't agree with this because only two and this only two he only see. There's many, and I don't know why.
Just as an example, because there's this kind of hyphen here, this dash. They're just saying, for example. It means for example. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so. If they list, I don't know, the snow, the minus 40 temperatures, you know, so I don't think they would add everything there, yeah? So the country's most visible aspect. In fact, yeah, that's true. There are probably some other ones that we know of, yeah?
Beautiful girls.
Yeah, but that's why it's saying it's trying to emphasize the negative first, and then it's going to talk about the positive. So the writer deliberately tried to emphasize the negative things because later on in the text he's going to compare it with the positive things. Yeah, so it's just a style. If he said to begin with, oh, it's all great, the girls are hot and everything's wonderful, then people would think, okay, this is great. It's one-sided. It's to balance it out, to balance the article out. It's a common technique. Start off bad, then end good. Yeah.
Author is smart.
Sorry.
Author of this article is smart.
Okay, that's what it's trying to be. Yeah. So
Yes, trying to be.
is trying to basically show. You usually should say negative, negative then positive. Yeah. Finish on a positive note to balance out the article a bit. Okay. So at the beginning they're saying that showy oligarchs and overbearing political system. Now we hear about the good things. Okay. So who would like to read next?
I would like.
Yes, please.
But scratch the surface and a different story emerges. For the past year, I've been working with a London-based gallery to develop the Calvert Journal, an online guide to creative Russia. The journal is inspired by a generation of creative talent who are starting to remake the country in their own image.
Okay, who would like to read the next bit? Then we'll explain. Yeah. So
Me.
yes, please.
You can feel this influence in Moscow and St. Petersburg, where how to read this word? Where?
Chic.
Chic.
No, where? How to read?
Oh, where?
Where chic bars and restaurants and dynamic cultural centers are springing to life. But the mood is even more striking the farther how to read?
The further
afield you go from those two principal cities. Until recently, I'd have given you a blank stare if you'd asked what was happening in Ekaterinburg, an industrial city in the Urals. Now I know it as the site of a critically regarded contemporary art biennale.
I've never heard this one, but okay.
The center of burgeoning dubstep scene and the home of Timofey Radia, a street artist whose graffitied buildings and billboards have won him a reputation as Russia Bansky.
Russia's Banksy. Okay, so and I also thought, Igor, linking to our discussion the other day, maybe it links to our idea that we have to start with a complaint. Yeah, so it could actually be. That's probably why. Yeah, so to start with the negative thing and then to build it up. Yeah, so it could link even to the idea of small talk that we were talking about the other day.
But it's not quite. He should enumerate all things. We know Russia because of, and many negative things, but not only two, for example, or many positive and negative things. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's interesting. It's a common style. You'll see this kind of writing a lot, particularly with like newspapers and stuff, where they give some examples at the beginning, usually quite negative, and then it progresses to something else. Yeah, to set the scene. Yeah, because yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so it's an interesting thing. But okay, any questions in terms of language or anything that is said? Did you read any expressions that you think? Sorry.
Afield.
Further afield, that means further away. Yeah, further afield is commonly used to say like further afield, as in Asia. They do this. Yeah, so further afield just means further away.
Story emerges. What is this?
To emerge. Do you remember this?
To appear.
What?
To appear, emerge.
It emerges. It appears. Yeah, the story emerges. Where was the
Okay.
different story? But scratch the surface. Do you understand this?
Yes.
What does it mean, influence?
Sorry, man.
What does it mean, influence?
Inference? Where was this?
You can feel their influence in Moscow.
Influence. To be influenced by something. What does this mean? To be influenced is
to be affected by.
Be affected by something. Basically,
yes.
These young creative people
It makes a reaction. It makes a reaction.
Yeah, it causes Moscow and St. Petersburg. You can feel it as you walk down the streets. According to this article, you can feel that it's getting more creative. their influence is prominent in Moscow and St. Petersburg. And they're giving it some examples where chic bars and restaurants and dynamic cultural centers are springing to life, meaning are
Appearing.
really lively. Yeah, it feels energetic. It's like, ooh, yeah, yeah.
Like spring.
Not quite, but to
No?
spring to life. To spring is like to jump. Yeah, to spring to life. It jumps to life with energy.
Okay.
So you've got maybe before not so particularly interesting street now has been sprung to life, meaning immediately it becomes really lively, energetic. People are moving quickly, people are talking, people are... It is called a spring to life, to jump to life, yeah? Yeah? Okay, so, but the mood is even more striking the further afield you go. Striking.
Affecting.
Attracting.
Noticeable, yes, it's striking.
Assuming.
Oh, it's striking for you. It's noticeable for you. It's even more noticeable the further afield you go. So in other cities, you can feel this kind of buzz more than in Moscow and St. Petersburg. So even though Moscow and St. Petersburg, a lot of creativity is happening, it's actually more striking in other cities. It's more noticeable. It's bigger. Yeah. In terms of the creative atmosphere. Davilson, can you hear us? Okay, we can't hear you. Just check your mic settings. Just check here in the top right-hand corner that it's not muted, okay? But any questions from the rest of us? Okay.
What does it mean, Provence? Provence have traditionally been regarded.
What is it? Provence? What?
Yeah, I'll write it for you.
Oh, the provinces within Russia, yeah? The provinces. Yeah?
Is it like evidence?
Provinces is like the regions, yeah? So in the UK we have counties. So Hampshire, Surrey, West Sussex. I'm saying all the southern ones, that's all I know. Wait. Cheshire, I'll be balanced. Yeah, so these are counties, these are regions of the UK. Yeah, I guess in Russia they have provinces. I don't know if, for example, Siberia, is that a province? Would you say? I don't know.
Regions. They have
like
regions.
Like a region. The provinces, like
In France.
away from the capital city, the provinces have traditionally been regarded as a creative desert, meaning the other parts not where the main action is. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so let's read on to the next bit. Was there any more questions in that article? Until recently, I'd have given you a blank stare if you'd asked what was happening in Yekaterinburg, an industrial city in the Urals. A blank stare, yeah? Basically, I don't know what is happening there, yeah? So, before. Until recently, I would have given you a blank stare. Do you know this?
Yes.
But now,
You, you look and don't see anything. Blank
like,
stare.
you look confused. You're like, sorry,
Confused,
Yekaterin,
yes.
what? Yeah? Did you say something? Yeah, that kind of thing, yeah? So, this person wouldn't have known what happened in what was happening in Yekaterinburg until now. But now it's kind of famous, more famous for something. And we'll talk about why it's famous, if it mentions this. Now I know it as the site of a critically regarded contemporary art. Does anyone know this word? Maybe
This means like Romanians twice a year. Biennial.
Oh, is it not biannually?
I think this one to be twice a year, 2 times a year.
Biennale is a large art exhibition.
Every 2 years. Okay, that's cool. So an exhibition, I didn't know this. Regarded contemporary art exhibition, the centre of a burgeoning dubstep scene. Dubstep, do you know dubstep? Dubstep.
Yes,
No.
Right.
it's a
What is
genre of electronic dance music.
Okay, cool. Okay, dubstep scene. And the home of Timothy Radia. So this is the guy who's a bit like Banksy. Have you heard of Banksy?
No.
So Banksy is a a British graffiti artist who's very famous, but he's unknown. No one knows who he is, and he makes graffiti that is really valuable art on walls. Yeah, and he goes in the middle of the night to do this, and no one knows who he is. He's just people know he's called Banksy, and they cut off this work and they sell it for millions of dollars, seriously millions. So he's a famous graffiti artist. This was a recent one he did that I think sold in New York, but someone took it illegally. So he's a very famous artist. He just paints in random cities of the UK. He's called Banksy. They're saying that Russia now has a version of Banksy. Yeah. In that case, it's Timothy Radia. Do you know of him, Igor? Have you heard?
Who? Timofey Radia?
Yep.
No, I first time hear about him and about Banksy.
What
yeah,
is Banksy? Banksy.
Banksy is a graffiti artist, an undercover graffiti artist. Do you know what graffiti is?
No.
It's illegal painting on walls. Usually it's not this good. This is good graffiti, but usually graffiti is a bit more negative. Like, well, this is so. Yeah, it's things like this. Yeah, so people write on walls. Yeah, do you understand? This is graffiti.
They painting.
Painting on walls. Yeah, usually.
Paint, right.
This is actually good graffiti, guys. I don't know. Normally the graffiti is quite bad. Yeah, quite rude and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, this graffiti, and Banksy is an illegal graffiti artist, meaning he does it, but he produces famous graffiti that actually sells for a lot of money. That's his job, but no one knows who Banksy is. Banksy remains unknown. Yeah, that's part of the mystery. Going back to that word, yeah, it's a mystery. Yeah. Graphopoly, that's cool. It's like Monopoly. Okay, anyway, so any questions so far?
No.
Okay, let's
What
go back.
is?
Yeah, sorry, man. Man.
What is grafted?
So graffiti, could you see my screen? Yeah, so it's like painting on a wall.
Oh.
Do you have this? And maybe you don't have this in Saudi Arabia.
No, we have it, but you know, it's not like popular. Like
It's not common, yeah. So if you go on the train in the UK, quite often you'll see this on the as you travel on the train by the railway sides and stuff. Yeah, you'd see this quite a lot. I guess maybe it's similar in your country. We'll just do a quick checkup. We have Tommy. Can you hear? Tommy? Tommy?
To Tommy. Oh no.
to Tommy. I can see to Tommy. It's on.
Tommy, can you hear? Okay, we can't hear you. Just check your mic settings. We'll come back to you, okay? Just check the settings. Okay, so Carlos, do you have graffiti in your country?
Yes, but for instance, in my city, it's not that kind of graffiti. That artistic graffiti is they like to write in the walls and critique the government and things like that, and destroy the walls.
So to criticize, saying, "Oh, I don't know, Cameron's up deep," yeah, things like that. Yeah, so that's usually what happens. The examples I gave you is actually quite good graffiti. Yeah, it's not so bad. But yeah, it happens in your country. Does anyone live in a country where it doesn't happen? You don't see this at all. Yeah, is that okay? Most of you have this. Okay.
No.
Tommy, now we can hear you. Yep. Tommy?
Sir, I come here. Please repeat your question.
Xinghu. Okay, so you're back, Xinghu. How are you? Okay, we're talking about graffiti. Do you have a lot of graffiti in China?
Can you type this? Graffiti.
Graffiti, okay, 1 second.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, graffiti. Have a look at this and check my screen, guys. This is examples of graffiti, okay? So this is graffiti if you can see my screen, okay? You know? Okay, in the meantime, we're searching. Tommy, Tommy, can we hear you? Okay, let's go back in that case. We can't hear you still. Just check your settings. Okay, let's go on to read. I think that's quite clear. The centre of a burgeoning dubstep scene. The home. Okay, buildings and billboards. Billboards are where the advertisements are put in the street. Yeah, you knew this? Billboards.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, let's go on. Who would like to read the next bit?
I may read if no one wants.
Does anyone else want to read, or should we get Hazel to read? Go for it, Hazel.
Within Russia, the provinces have traditionally been regarded as a creative desert, but that view is hard to sustain anymore as initiatives bloom. Often, working collectively and on low budgets, artists and designers are taking over disused factories, workers' clubs, and aristocratic 19th century mansions to create galleries, shared workspaces, shops, and studios. New festivals of architecture, art, and photography are helping the regeneration, providing a platform for local talent and attracting international partnerships. All of this makes it a great country to visit, and a country that in cultural terms looks like it has its best days ahead of it. Here's my pick of one of the highlights.
Okay, so to link to this, Igor, it's just to get the bad stuff out of the way first, and then forget it, and then go on to the positive stuff. Rather than, they could have taken the style, let's talk positive, negative, one paragraph positive, one paragraph negative, one paragraph positive, negative, etc. But basically the aim of this article is not to say about the bad sides of Russia, is actually to say that this is quite an interesting country. Yeah, so get the bad stuff in as little words as possible in three lines, and then talk really what he wants to say. Yeah, yes. But if he started from the beginning saying Russia's the great country, great, people think, right, you know, what
it's
people
boring.
Don't trust it. People don't trust a one-sided opinion. Yeah, so that's probably why he mentioned it at the beginning. Okay, so any questions about that? If I said to you, for example, hard to sustain anymore. Yeah, to sustain. To sustain?
To support, to be able to do.
Oh, by the way, I'm just noticing some messages in the chat. I didn't check the chat, but I'm just going to have a look very quickly. Gustavo, is Gustavo? I don't know if I missed something. Okay, wait. Oh, Gustavo needs help. Yeah, sorry, Gustavo, if you've been messaging us. I didn't notice. Sorry. Okay. What do you need help with, Gustavo? Could you write the message with more precise? You just need to press the join now button. But apart from that, I'm not sure what you need. To sustain, yeah? So does anyone know this? Sustain.
To confirm, to hold.
Yeah, so to sustain for to last for a long time, I guess. Yeah.
To bear.
To bear. Okay. So
yes.
Wait, the context.
To continue.
Sorry.
Continue.
Background noise, guys. Guys, I'm just going to mute some people. Don't be offended. Just don't hear some background noise. Tommy, can you hear us?
Hello.
Okay, sorry, can you say something again? We're hearing some noise from your mic, but I don't know if we can hear you very quickly. We're hearing some background noise.
From there is coming.
Tommy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Perfect.
Hello.
Okay, nice to speak with you. Where are you from?
I'm from Algeria.
Perfect. Cool. Okay, there's some background noise coming from your mic, so we'll mute you in between, and then. Okay, Gustavo is wait, I'm confused. Gustavo, sorry, are you leaving or do you want some help, Gustavo? Okay, anyway. Okay, so Toby, we can hear some background noise now. It's okay. Perfect. Cool. Okay, Toby, we're talking about Russia and the creative scene. Yeah, so that there's a creative scene being developed, and it's making the country, it's turned the country into be a very, very interesting place for lots of people, yes? So for tourists and also people living there and things. But did everyone understand? Did everyone follow before we move on?
Oh.
Okay, in that case, we'll move on. Okay, so sustain in this context is saying, but that view is hard to sustain anymore. So you can no longer say that Russia and the provinces is a creative desert because it's there are initiatives being created. There's creativity being demonstrated. So you cannot have this view anymore. Anyone who has this view, they're saying it's difficult to justify it now. Yeah? Yeah?
Hello?
Cool. Who's that? Tommy, is it working?
Yes, I don't know. I have a problem with my mic here because or bad connection.
No worries at all, yeah? So hopefully it's okay now. I think it sounds perfect. So Tommy, welcome.
Yeah.
We're talking about Russia.
Yeah.
What do you think of Russia? What's your image of Russia? And would you like to travel there one day?
Yes, I like Russia very much because it's a specific place about me.
So did you say busy? Busy.
Specific place. It's an amazing place. Yes.
Okay, so you'd like to travel there, yeah?
Yes. I want to finish my study there.
Cool. Okay, which part? So would you like to go to one of the main cities like Moscow or St. Petersburg? Oh, he's gone. Come back to him. Okay, Gustava, I'm confused as to what you want, okay? If you could just write what you want and I'll help you. Apart from that, I can't guess, okay? So Gustava, please write and I'll try my best to help you, okay? So, let's go on. So, initiatives bloom. Do you know what this means? Bloom, to bloom. What normally blooms?
Flowers.
Yes, okay, so it, as in grows, develops, looks more beautiful, yeah?
Yes.
Often working collectively and on low budgets. What does this mean?
Few money, little money.
Yeah, it doesn't mean to say that these projects are being created on the back of huge investment, yeah? It's not like there's a lot of money going around here, but they're still managing to do something with the money they've got, the resources they've got, and still managing to produce something special. And they're working collectively, meaning as a group. Yes, they're working not individually, but they join together and they pool together all the money they've got and do something with it. Yeah, they pool together all the money they've got. They pool together all the money they have. That's something I just said.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Can you turn up your voice? Thank you.
Sorry?
Can you turn up your voice? Turn up your voice.
Turn up. Okay. Hazel, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, very clear.
Hugo?
Yes.
Okay, maybe Jing Hu, I don't know if I can turn up my voice. Try turning up your speakers, yeah? Maybe that helps.
Yes.
Okay?
Start yelling, Martin.
Almost, Hugo, almost.
Yesterday, Martin, you talked about 8 or 9 hours, I think.
Yeah. So, okay, so, can everyone hear me clearly now, yeah? So I hate the internet of this place. I don't see the class. Oh, okay. Is there a technical problem? Because there's a couple of people writing something in Verbling.
Oh, I can't hear you clearly.
You can't hear me
work
clearly.
Very hard. Thank you. You work very hard for
No
teaching
problem.
English. Thank you.
No problem to Jingho. You're welcome. But there's a problem there. So somewhere it's going wrong because some people are writing in the chat box that they can't see the class or something like this. Yeah, I'll just check on the Verbling website to see if that's what's happening. Yeah, so I'm sure. In any case, let's go back. Okay, so they're doing what they're doing with no money, with little money, low budgets. Artists and designers are taking over disused factories, workers' clubs, and aristocratic. That's the word I wanted earlier. Yeah, for those who are in the class and I couldn't say the word.
Yes.
Aristocratic 19th century mansions. I can't say it now. I'm not going to bother. Okay, so aristocratic 19th century mansions.
Aristocratic.
Sorry? Sorry? Aristocratic.
Nothing, okay.
Okay, aristocratic meaning really grand, really luxurious. Yeah? Okay, I'm assuming it's clear. Okay, we'll see. 19th century mansions to create galleries, shared workspaces. This has become very, very common in the UK, yeah? So where people come together and they have maybe different businesses, but they say, let's share an office. We need an office, but we don't want to rent our own office, so they share the workspaces. Yeah? Do you have these? Yeah. So do you know what I'm talking about? Man, do you have these?
Where?
Shared workspaces.
No, I don't think so.
Carlos, what would you say in Brazil?
In Colombia?
Oh, Colombia. Sorry. Okay, in Colombia, sorry. Yeah. Do you have shared workspaces? If you wanted to set up a business, would you rent your own office, or would you go with another business person and share an office to save money?
I don't understand the question, Martin.
Okay, so
Could you
in Colombia, if you wanted to start a business and you needed an office, would you share with someone? Would you find another businessman and say, let's rent an office together and pay half the money? So you have one side of the office, they have another side.
I don't think this idea. I don't like this idea.
So it's not so common, yeah? So it's not so common. Hazel, have you heard of this?
I think it happens in my country.
So to share the
It's not
workspace to save money.
when the rent is very high. Yes, for some spaces for business. When the rent is very high in price, they share the space.
Would you do this, Hazel? If you had a company, would you want to share with someone?
I don't know. I think I should. Why not? Why should I not if I may pay less money for the rent?
So why not? Yeah. So it would be quite a thing. It
Yes.
happens in London because the prices are really expensive, and they say things like rent a desk in our office. You can see adverts sometimes. Rent a desk. So if you're starting a new company, a small business, you can just rent a desk and have a central London office for the price maybe of a small office outside of London. Yeah. So it works quite well for these people. Jingyu, can you hear?
Sir, I can hear you. You speak very well. I agree with you. For young people, they don't have enough money, but they want to create some art. So they should share with each other.
Okay, yeah, so you would have this. Do you have this in China? So where people want to work together, or people do it to save money, yeah? They start their own little business. They're architects or accountant. They've just trained as an accountant. They think, I don't want to work for someone. I want to start my business and rent maybe a desk space, not an office. Yeah, so in China, do people share offices?
And for young generations, they often share office.
Okay, so they would often do this when they're starting. Okay, so that's what it meant, guys. Yeah. So in Russia, what's happening is they're doing this more and more. Yeah. So shared workspaces, not necessarily an office, but for example, I don't know. It could even be a warehouse. Yeah. If they're making something, they share it. Yeah, to save money because maybe the young people don't have money to invest in anything. Yeah, so so that's what you can do with a low budget. If you want to start a company, you've got a low budget, you would share an office rather than having your own office. Yeah.
Yes.
I see two
Yeah.
Tommy. I see two Tommy.
That's a good idea.
Yes,
I like
it
this.
works quite well. So, man, what did you want to say?
I see two Tommy in the class truck.
I'm seeing double as well, maybe. Okay, now there's one, but there was two a minute ago. But we'll go back.
Yes, indeed.
Seeing double, yeah. So okay, so new festivals of architecture, art, and photography are helping the regeneration. Regeneration. What does this mean, guys? We'll do a couple more words, then we'd discuss. Yeah, to conclude, regeneration. To regenerate something is to make it new. Yeah. So
Again.
the new generation, the new generation.
Rebuild.
Yeah, like this, to
Regeneration
regenerate.
means rebuild.
To
Like
modernize.
Phoenix
to
Bird.
modernize.
Rebuild.
To modernize, yeah. And what did you say, Hazel?
Like Phoenix Bird.
Yeah, so to regenerate, yeah. So to make everything completely new. Okay, Carlos. Before we go, guys, what did you think of this article, and what did you understand? And did it change your impression of your image of Russia or something like that? So, what did you think now you've read this article? Do
Nothing.
you still want to go to Russia? Carlos, can you hear
If
me?
I have a chance, I will travel to Russia.
Okay, so Jing, you would go to Russia. Man,
Yes,
does this
I would
change
go to
your...
Russia.
Cool, Jing.
You
Okay,
know.
you booked your you booked your plane ticket. Has Man booked his plane ticket? Man?
Oh, I don't know what you see. Can you repeat it?
No worries. I was just talking to Man or Igor. We'll go to Igor. Has this changed your view?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No
I'm sorry.
problem. No problem.
I only want to see.
No problem at all. Igor, okay,
Yeah.
has this changed your impression? And did you already know about this?
About what?
I don't know anymore. Okay.
I know Russia.
Okay, so it did change your opinion. Okay, Igor, don't worry. Hazel, please.
Anyway, I wanted before to go and see St. Petersburg, and maybe after some years, I definitely will go and see.
Okay, and yeah, so before, did you think it was like this? Yeah, did you think it was so creative and young and stuff like this, or did you already have these impressions?
No, this article was quite new for me, honestly.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, for me too. I didn't expect that. That
If-
wasn't what
Yes.
I thought.
If you want to know more about Russian, watch Russian television. Three channels, for example, simultaneously
Is
in
it
Russian.
In Russian, okay. I'll
I
just
don't
just ignore the
understand
language.
Russian.
On
I'll
the
just-
internet,
I'll
go on websites, Russian websites, and you will know all about Russia.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
That's quite cool. Okay, guys, we've run out of time almost. Does anyone have any final comments?
To be honest, I hate the internet in Saudi. It's very slow.
The internet, yeah, so it's slow in terms of speed, yeah, not in terms of content and stuff. Okay, that's interesting. Any final comments before we conclude for this session? Okay, so I don't know if
Russia is an interesting place.
so it is an interesting place. It's somewhere where it's a mystery, somewhere maybe that we'd all like to travel to.
Channel in English, Russian Today, Russia Today.
Russia
Channel
Today,
English.
okay,
Yes.
Russia Today. In fact, I've heard of this, RT, I think, yeah? So that's,
Yes, online you can watch. All day.
Okay. Thank you, Igor.
okay,
Thank
take care,
you.
guys, and speak to you in another session, okay? I've got some
Thank you.
classes for Hazel. I've got some on London, but a bit different, yeah, from what we did earlier. So I just uploaded these. So hopefully I can meet you all later. Okay, take care.
Okay.
Good to speak to you all
Definitely.
and speak to you
Thank you.
later. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.